What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Warframe, and I posted now 2 of the different junctions. Obviously, the junction map itself is always going to be the same. I don't know yet about the difficulty in terms of the solar rail guy that you have to defeat in the junction yet. I don't know. But rather than posting, I think, a video for every single one of these planets, or the ones with all the junctions, I'm going to, right now in this one, we're just going to go through each one of these planets, and I'm going to share the requirements on each of the junctions, just so that way you have access to seeing all that fairly quickly, and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's just start out at the top here. Let's go over here to Sedna. Does Sedna have a junction? Does not have a junction from Sedna. So we'll zoom out here, we'll come over to Aries. Aries does not have a junction going to anything. However, Pluto does have junctions to both of these. Okay, so Pluto over here has a junction for Sedna and a junction for Aries. So Sedna's junction, the requirements here as you see it: defeat 10 sentient enemies on Lua, collect any 3 mods from the Orican Principal Challenge Rooms on Lua, defeat Vahek at Oro on Earth, and craft a weapon requiring Mastery Rank 5 or higher. For me, I have no interest in opening this junction because I've done all that, and I'm not in the mood to deal with stupid Vahek again, or why do I have to do it? At some point, maybe, sure, I will. But, I mean, I've got all these things, so it's not really a big thing to me. But to new players or to players that haven't opened all the parts of the map, this is what you're going to have to do to get this junction open to the next level. The Aries junction, seal 3 meso fissures. Okay. Completed 20 waves. Defense. Alright, not a problem. Defeat forward during an infested outbreak. Not a problem, as long as one shows up. So you just gotta wait for that to happen before you can do it. Not horrible, but again, not something for me that I'm gonna be like, okay, I gotta go do this right now and get it done, because I can access all the planets. These will just happen, I guess, over time for me. But a new player that wants to get to that planet is gonna have to go through this in the terms of the progression, if you will. And you keep seeing the rewards that pop up as I'm talking about it. So let's come over here to Phobos. Okay, Phobos got to the void. Phobos has 2 Mars, but doesn't have the junctions there. Okay, so to Mars. Mars has the Phobos junction. Okay, here you go, Phobos junction. Defeat 150 enemies in a single mission on Mars. That's fairly easy, as you run like a survival. Support either the Corpus or Grineer in an invasion mission, which you can do anywhere, right? And seal 3 Lilith fissures. Okay, so now I gotta use some of my fissures, or get fissures to get that done, whatever. And then we've got the Stolen Dreams quest that comes out of this, and the Kraken blueprint that comes out of this as the reward. Overtime for me, I'm gonna do this all, obviously. Not too thrilled about the fact that I have to do it to unlock these junctions. I mean, as someone that's already completed the solar map 3 years ago, I think it's stupid as a veteran player. I'm just saying. Reiterate that a few times. And this one also has the Ceres junction. So, to Ceres, you've got to defeat 300 Arid Grineer on Mars. Okay. Defeat the Sergeant on Phobos. Okay. Defeat Lek Krill on Mars. Okay. Refine a Void Relic once at the console in your orbiter. Not horrible. And as you can see, we got the Volcar blueprint and a whole 5,000 credit rewards for this one. Not anything crazy, but there it is. Let's back out. Ceres. Ceres goes back to Mars, and it has Jupiter's junction on it here. So Jupiter junction. Survive 20 minutes or more at Draco. Defeat Vor and Krill on Ceres. Complete the Arcwing quest, and you get 7,500 credit reward and an Amphis blueprint. Why would you get the Amphis blueprint all the way there? I mean, the Amphis is an early weapon. Why does it gotta be all the way up at series? That makes no sense. It's a great weapon. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but it just doesn't really make any sense. Defy logic here. Alright, Europa. Europa does not have any junctions going out of it. Jupiter. Jupiter has the Saturn junction going out of it. Otherwise, you have the series to Europa over there. So the Saturn junction, let me click on that there. Complete a Corpus Spy mission with 3 successful data extractions on Jupiter. Easy. Defeat Alad V. Not really anything too difficult. And complete the new Strange. And here you're going to get a whole 1,000 credits. And reward-wise, you get the Penta Blueprint, which is actually not too bad to get the Penta Blueprint out of it. So, I mean, I like the fact that they're giving you some stuff and some decent weapons that you get through the progression. And remember this also, if you're progressing and you haven't unlocked this stuff, and you're not mastery rank, you're also going to get some mastery out of doing these junctions. Okay, so backing up again, we've gone through all of those. Mercury has to Venus, but it's not a junction. Venus, of course, has the Mercury junction, which I've already done the video on, so you can see that. 10 missions, 10 waves, the Jackal, Hostage, Eximus on Venus. Eximus is probably the hardest out of all of them, just because they don't spawn on anything early in missions. It's going to take you a while. But you can see you get Salvage out of it. You get the Once Awake quest out of it. You get the Howl of the Kubro out of it. And you get the Boltor Blueprint out of it. Okay. Earth. I've done the Mars Junction already. Okay. Defeat 150 Frontier Grenier. Sabotage. Run 3 times basically on E Prime. And complete any alert that shows up. And complete the Once Awake quest. And you'll get that coveted Void Relic segment that you need. Plus you'll get the Arcwing quest out of this. And the Fagor Blueprint. We've got the Venus Junction that's going here. Okay. Which I've almost completed. Defeat 3 Eximus on Earth. I think I've already done that. But okay. Collect 10 mods of fusion cores. Okay, easy. Apply 4 mods to your Warframe or weapon slots. Upgrade a mod to rank 2 or higher. So that gets you basically to unlock. It looks like you get the Furies Blueprint. Oops. You get 2,500 reward credits. The Furies Blueprint. And more salvage. Okay. Take a look at Lua. Is there anything on Lua here? Lua just goes back to Earth. Obviously, because this is the Oregon moon. I mean, it's pretty cool looking. I like what they did there. Okay. Venus. Venus. Gives you your Mercury junction. We just talked about that one, didn't we? Yes, we did. So let's get back out of there. Saturn. Okay, Saturn, you've got to Jupiter, and you've got your Uranus junction. Uranus, if you will. CL3 Neo Fissures. Craft a weapon requiring Master Rank 1 or higher. And defeat Sargus Rock at Tethys on Saturn. You get the Lecta and the Chroma Neuroptics Blueprint. Chroma Helmet Blueprint, if you will. Like this whole crafting weapon crap, I mean, that's just stupid because I've crafted all the weapons. So now I gotta go craft another weapon and make sure that I have a slot open to be able to get the weapon for the reward to show up or to say that I've completed it. So, yeah. I think I've said that a couple times. So over here on Uranus, we have our Neptune junction, basically. You're going to complete any 5 missions, open 3 caches, defeat Tal Regor, complete the Nata quest. You get the Chroma chassis blueprint out of it. You get the second Dream quest, which is a very good quest, very fun, awesome, yeah. You get the Gamma Core blueprint. And then finally we have Neptune. Neptune, 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 and it just takes us to the void or back to Uranus, but it doesn't actually have any of the junctions on it, so that's basically where you're at with all that. You've got the void over here, which takes you to your different things. I've got to open up all of these again. Obviously, I just did this one the other day. I actually got 10 argon crystal out of just doing this exterminate. So now the void is pretty much useful for getting argon crystals. That's about it, since you can't get your actual prime parts out of it anymore. Anyway, comments, questions below on this. The derelict stays the same over here. Still got all my keys and everything over here to do these runs if I want to. So that hasn't changed. Comments, questions on this in terms of junctions, as I'll catch you guys in future videos. Thanks for tuning in for a few minutes. We'll see you soon.